Hello, everybody. We are back with another celebrity. We are going to take a look at Kevin. Um, I'm not surprised that there's some hurt and pain here. Definitely not surprised about that. You know, it's usually the people who have been through something is usually the ones that give something. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but I got him coming from a lot of stress, a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration. It actually feels like that he woke up one day and said, because of everything that I went through, I'm going to start doing this. I got exposure type feeling. I have a feeling of him exposing. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's exposing the hurt that he went through. That's what he's doing. He has experiences here, restless nights, frustration. There is some things that he went through in life. And because of those things that he's went through, he wants to out them. He wants to show the cover up, the secrets. He wants to show the game of manipulation. He wants to show that. Yeah, I got some sadness here. I got, this is how he survives. This is his survival. He's surviving what he been through by doing what he do. That's how he's surviving. So it's incomplete, of course. There's always a healing process to go through. Definitely got some life decisions that he had to make because of the love that he didn't receive. And he wanted to create that type of love in life, and he's not able to create it. You can't buy love. At the end of the day, this is a resentment and maybe even some bitterness because of the love that he didn't receive. Because people have a way of letting you down. People have a way of not being loyal, being fickle, changing their minds a lot. There is honesty here. There is truth. Love has failed for him. But love never fails. He hasn't experienced that type of unconditional love. He has huge expectations when it comes to love. And because of those expectations, he's have experienced failure. Because of that expectation. Love doesn't, he has not accepted the definition of love. The true love, the true definition of love, that hasn't been accepted. I think he understands it, but I don't think he accepts it. Because if he accepts it, then he will see that love never fails. But I have him on the other side looking in. Love is not going to rule my life anymore. Maybe that's why people complain about him not being sensitive or uplifting, because it's about exposure and facts. It's about the details. Love is not the first option for him. His love is discipline. His love is truth. I want to see what type of love. What is this love, this pain? There's some type of sadness here. What is that? He realized it. He accepted it. But he just haven't spit it out. There's a situation that he experienced that he hasn't completely released and spit it out. His issue is not with man. His issue is not with woman. His issue is with love. But his definition is totally different than the true definition of love. And the expectations of people cause him not to believe in that wholeheartedly as he did before. What are these stressors? He comes from some stressors here. It definitely looks like he's been healing from it or masking it. I don't know which one is really happening, because I got him being in a very, very stressful place, and then I got him releasing that, but still not recognizing that love never fails. So it doesn't feel like a complete healing. It feels more like I'm throwing my problems to the side, or I'm throwing them out to the sea, and I'm going to work on this instead. So it's not a complete healing process here at all. I just saw the word wife, W-I-F. I just saw that word spelled out. What are these stresses? Still got some lessons to learn about a wife. There's something he still needs to understand about the word, the term wife. See, he comes from a stressful environment, which is his own personal temple, himself. He's a stressful person. He comes from a stressful situation because he was looking for something that he never received. So that's what this is about. He's been looking for something he never received. He's been believing that something is going to come that didn't come or hasn't come yet. What is that? What are you looking for? What were you looking for? Feels like wife. Feels like that. I think you got fed up with looking for a wife. Waiting on a wife, looking for a wife. The options looking the same. Yeah. There are stressors here that he's walking away from because he was waiting on something to come or someone to come that was better or perfect. And even though he has many options, he still haven't found what he's looking for. I got him feeling like, where is the perfect wife? Where is the perfect wife? I'm waiting on the perfect wife. Where is the wife who truly has love? This is between him and God. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's just like he's having a conversation with his master saying, if you have a perfect wife, where is she? Where is she? Because out of all the options that I have looked at, I see none. Where's the wife that has love? Where's the wife, or where's the connection at where I can put love first? Love is the greatest. Show me how I can do that here on earth. So that is the battle. That's what needs to be proven. That's what he desires to be proven. Deep down, he really want to know, can you put love first in a marriage? Can you put love first in a relationship? He hasn't seen that. Seen it successfully. Where is this perfect person? So one day or one season, he releases that and accepts that it's not that. But I still got him a little stressed about it. And he made a decision for his life. That love fails. That's the only way I can explain it. Yeah. He made a life path decision not to reconcile back with the idea of love being first, a wife, a perfect wife, a good wife. He's not reconciling back with the idea of that is someone coming special. He's not reconciling with the idea of this beautiful soulmate coming in. But it was all because of timing. He released this belief. He released this thought. Or, how about I just say it this way? Because I feel like he will correct me and say, I released that focus. But that is the focus. Love is the greatest. Love never fails. And I feel like he wants to, I feel like if we were having a conversation, he would want to shift me from this thought. No. But yes. So he doesn't want to reconcile back with those traditional thoughts of love. He doesn't want to reconcile back with the idea of waiting on someone special. So he made a life decision that there is no need to put love first. I get it. I understand it now. It took me a minute, but now I understand it. Why? Because every option and every situation around me has been unbalanced. I haven't seen a situation where love is first and it works. Yes, you have though, Kevin. You've seen it with you and your God. Yes, you have. And if you stop looking at the flesh and look into the heart more, you may can see it around him too. And I just heard Tupac like, fuck the judge, I got a grudge. I just heard that. One of his lyrics. Yeah, he got a grudge. And he has found a intelligence in this. Do not rely on your own understanding. He has went through a scientific process of this, the theory, observation. He's went through this with his intelligent mind to make this final conclusion, summary. This is what he figured out. But he did it with the carnal mind. Made a decision not to reconcile back to those thoughts or those ideas, because love is not unconditional here, and it shouldn't be put first because it's all unbalanced. It doesn't balance these things out. You know, this is what happens sometime in life when you know law and when you know values and truths and you know them, but yet you deal with people or you see people in their weakness and they begin to change the truth. Because if he has these experiences, it was because he was around people who were weakened in certain areas. They weren't perfect is what I'm trying to say. So he made this vow not to create that type of thinking, understanding, thoughts again. Yeah, I just talked about this a little bit yesterday. He rerouted his prayer. He rerouted his desires. Because, you know, they usually don't leave you. It's usually one desire for the next. But he changed the game in so many ways. There's a new intelligence here. And people who think this way and people who are doubtful and weak or have weaknesses, people who are giving up, people who are trying to find a second truth or a third truth, if people are trying to figure out life and love and relationships themselves, those will be his tribe. His tribe is the person who's looking for another truth in another way outside of what they truly believe or know or their tradition teachings from the past. This is a new age ministry without a lot of balance. because he has created this new Bible, I'll say, just for the sake of the conversation. There is a lot of restrictions here, and there's a lot of new doors that are closed to him because of this new teaching. Let's find out what that is. You know, I wouldn't say it scares me, but we do this often. Some people do it on a higher level than others. But a lot of times we get away from what's true, or get away from the facts of life, if I can say it that way. Because the facts of life didn't work for us. And sometimes we do try to come up with our own way of doing things to cope, to survive, to live upon the earth. And then we begin to teach others. That makes it even worse. And because of that, there will be restrictions. Sometimes the person don't notice that they're going through restrictions because it be heavenly places that they don't even desire. So they probably wouldn't even know. Like, his desire can be over there. He wouldn't even know he's restricted. But let's see what type of restrictions are here because of this new philosophy. Let's see. I just saw the word Eisenhower. Don't know what that means. Yeah. So one of the restrictions that we have here is that you keep your demons longer. What that mean, I don't know. You keep the bondage longer. You keep the attachment longer. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'll let you puff your head up some more. I'm going to let you get bigger. I'm not going to release you. I'm going to let you get bigger. I'm going to let you get more puffed up. I'm going to let you teach more. I'm going to let you do this more. I'm going to let you entertain more. I'm going to let you live like this longer. That might not mean anything to some people. Like, oh, that's all. But that's a lie. Because that means that he's partially blind spiritually. And that means you're lost. Yeah. What type of restrictions do we have? Wow. You know, I never ever felt like this before, but to see someone being restricted from being humble, to see someone being restricted from their own tainted impurities. I don't know why I'm talking like that. He has definitely, he's a spiritual being, that's for sure. All of the information that I'm getting is coming on a spiritual level, like toe-to-toe, one-on-one. He is spiritual leader. I can feel that. I can feel the leadership on him. I can feel the headship. I can feel this authority over him, on him. He's definitely has power in the spirit realm, if that makes sense. It's a little misguided right now, but it's there. The restriction is being able to be free from your own bondage. And because of that, you can't go new places. But I don't even think that this affects him right now, because I don't think he desires these places. I don't think he has an eye for these places. I don't think these are doors. These not even the doors he's probably looking at. Looking for. Yeah, I don't even feel it like that. Like, I'm not even looking at that anyway. No new beginnings. No new doors that I selected. No new places. Wow, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul in the process type feeling? Okay, so I'm going to look into the love life a little bit. What do we have here? I just saw scornful. Scornful. F-U-L, scornful. We have a person who has been affected by what they didn't receive. It's an uncomfortable feeling to walk upon the earth and never get what you feel you deserve. And not being able to see it happen in front of you. I just kind of got this feeling of like, if you God type conversation. If you are God, make this happen, that happen, that happen. I just kind of feel like that. But you got a very strong, intelligent person here that has had many stressors in the past when it comes to unconditional love and seeing an example of unconditional love. And this is a person who believed in it so much and was looking forward to experiencing it. And it looks like it took too long to come. And the reason why I'm going to say it looked like it looked too long to come, because I actually have him looking at it, or waiting on it, looking for it, and comparing that thought to the options around him. I don't think that part is gone from him. But because he rebuked that, like, hey, get that out of here. Done with that. It's over. That's a wrap. I'm focusing on this, and that. This is now a priority. This will be first now. The details will be first. Love is not first. The details will be first. Why? Because love fails. This intelligent observation just came up, and that's the new doctrine. That's the new law now. And it looks like because of that, there's a restriction to be healed from it. It just feels like that. It's probably not at that, but there's a restriction to release that. Like, okay, well, you just keep that then. I'm going to let you stay in that longer. I really feel like that confession within itself causes trials and tribulation, or it causes this new stance in life. I believe that he's going to sit in that a little bit longer and go a little bit higher. I just saw scriptures that talks about not being puffed up or whatever. I believe he's going to be allowed to fly a kite on this. I really see him getting higher and higher, bigger and bigger, and being allowed to do that. This is allowed to happen. He actually has permission to get higher in this situation, because it's nothing like a person doing what they want to do and letting time and experiences show them that it doesn't work. So we got a long period of this. The restrictions that I saw was basically saying that you can keep your thought, you can keep your belief for longer. I don't even know how to really interpret that, but that's just what it felt like. New beginnings was also not allowed. The new places, the new doors, like, no, you can't enter these right now. And I just feel like he got about 3 or 4 doors that is his, rooms that are his. And no, he's not opening those right now. But at the same time, I don't even think that he even sees those places. I do believe that he has some type of calling on his life, because you wouldn't get this much attention. And I'm not even talking about from fans. I'm talking about in the spirit. He's getting a lot of attention. Like I ain't gonna even fix that part right now. I'm gonna let him go for a while. That's amazing. Um, so there's a lot of spiritual understanding that he will be going through, not as of right now. Hope that kind of makes sense. I could go on and on and on, and I could go deeper and deeper, but I'm just going to stay right there. So we're looking forward to seeing more success. Be prepared for that. That's for sure. Um, and there are some doors for him um, that's still there. But because of the shift in his thinking and his sight, I don't even think he see those doors. Like, it's a Louis Vuitton store right there. Like, I'm not even looking over there because this is my new brand now. I'm liking this now. So there are some things that he can't even see. So let's look into the love life a little bit. I really love how smart he is. I love that smartness, and I love how he even searched to come up with the idea. This is not something that he came up with out of the blue. He actually put himself in as a part of the science project to figure this out. He did this testing. He is the guinea pig of what he's teaching and preaching today. This is not something that he's making up. That's for sure. So let's see about love. I also love the power, strength, and leadership. Of course, under another spirit, but it's amazing to have that type of leadership. Even when I say the word love, it fizzles out each time I say it, like love, and it just fizzles out. And it turns into tears and glitter every time I say the word love. Okay. Wow. Wow. It's amazing because when I did his life messages, he was desiring this love, looking for this love and unconditional love. And I think it was taking too long to come, or he hadn't seen signs of it around him, that he began to look at other options because he didn't see it. And he was comparing the options to what he desired and still didn't see it. Like, I'm looking for love, I waited on love, love ain't come to me, so I'm going to try these different options. And I tried these different options and I still don't see what I originally wanted. Well, when I look at his love, the options is still here. It's still here. It almost feels like you're going to be looking one way and your partner is going to be on the side of you while you're looking ahead. That's how that feels. I have him definitely in attraction right now. I have him making movements in love. I do have some contact here. I do have him dating. I do have him talking to potential partners. I do have him with this fire energy on him, sexual energy. I have that on him. Still woke. Still have a lot of chemistry here. But it's not full. It's partial. Yeah, it's partial, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I got him moving around smarter, if that makes any sense. I move in passion and chemistry and attraction, but I move smarter. I got him moving smarter. I got him moving safely. I got him thinking about every movement that he makes. I got him being extra careful when it comes to sex and when it comes to passion. I got a mental thought for each emotional movement. There's like this robotic feeling when it comes to how he moves in love right now. But once again, there's a restriction in love. Yeah. Yeah, because he came up with his own way and his own plan. Yeah. Yeah. So the restriction is here until transition comes. He also may have a past partner he needs to deal with. Maybe a possible Scorpio that needs the healing for as well. Okay. So, what I'm saying the same thing that I said before on the life messages. He has came up with a way to enjoy his passion, enjoy love, enjoy sex, enjoy chemistry. He has came up with a way, a mental way of performing that. What more can I tell you? Everything is planned out. Everything is careful. He is a very careful person. He's very he's not making, he does it on purpose. He's not with someone or touching someone, being a part of someone's energy for no reason. And he's very careful about that. So even with this passion that I see here in love, is very, very thought out. He actually could be maybe even having, I just felt the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's even possible that he could have more passion for an air sign than anyone else. That's possible. Or this can be him. I don't know his sign. I didn't even look. This also can be him with the ego towards himself. Because it's a little tricky because you never know who's in charge. So I will assume that it's always him. So he's moving very carefully and safely for him, and being very careful about how he uses his sexual energy. I still have him restricted from landing or creating something more committed or stronger, because there's a lot of transitions need to be made. There's a lot of confessions that need to be made. I mean, if you say I don't believe in love, and then I fall in love, then you got to confess that. So until that confession is made, it's recommended that he move away from this planning, this type of passion that he's doing. How can I say this? It's just like you coming up with all these plans and you got your special way of doing everything, but the truth is you need to move away from that. I have this desire, this need for him to move away from all of this Frankenstein type movements when you're dealing with actual people. It's like, yeah, got him moving like a business with people, and very, very careful about how he uses his passion and strength. So it's something about the way he's moving now that needs to be changed. Of course, we know that. He needs to put action in to move away from that type of movement or thoughts or even a person. It could be an air sign he needs to move away from. There's some type of detachment that is needed. So it's kind of like, hey, I see you moving. I see you being careful. I see you thinking out each step you make. I'm watching you with your sexuality. I'm watching you with your passion. I see what you're doing. You're kind of smart. You're really doing a great job. But you're not going to be able to get that fullness that you deep down desire until you make some changes, until you transition, or until you confess that something needs to be confessed. And I feel like it's love that needs to be confessed. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually in love with someone right now and won't admit it to his own self. I would not be surprised. And maybe that's what needs to come out later. Maybe that's the revelation that he's walking into, is finding out that he's actually in love. It's very possible. But at the end of the day, the movement is so artificial that it's being advised for him to even walk away from the way you move it. Like you picking a time and date that you have sex and the type of condom and the brand, and it's just like it's kind of robotic. You need to move away from this artificial movements. Put the action in to walk away. There's someone or something or behavior with other people that you need to disconnect from. There is some disconnection that is needed here from someone, possible Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, possible. Or this is just him needing to break this new found relationship that he has with himself, that he actually able to get other people to join in with. Yeah, why? Because the truth of the matter is you do have an option here. It's a partner for him. There's actually someone for him. And I feel like this goes back to the past desire. You do have an option here. You really do. You really do have someone for you. The person you was waiting on that's been taking so long, they're real. Yeah. We looking at a future confession of love here. Let me see if I can get a timing on this. It feels near, and then it feels far. It's like swaying back and forth. Like I get close to it, and then I go back. It's like the waves, water waves. That's how that felt. We do have a demand of a breakthrough. Like you have to transition from this to something else. You have to confess. It's almost like a confession that needs to be made. Yeah. I don't know about that confession. I'm not sure about that. I don't know how long this is going to take. I wanted to say about 9 months. Birth. And I also felt the I don't know. I would definitely say that this is going to be a while. It was less than a year before any type of changes happen. And to be honest, I won't even say an actual number. I'm going to tell you why. Because first, he's allowed to do this for a while. Okay? Alright, so let me get out of this. Kevin Samuels, these are the energies that I got for him. I do like the strength. I like the power. I like the intelligence, as I said before. Not only that, it feels like he's the one that can have a direct conversation to the Most High. It's amazing. Like they actually have conversations. Like that's how it feels to me. Like we can walk past and talk to him. So we'll see what happens next. Okay, bye-bye.